guys, today's going to be a change of pace. Pretty excited to do this video for you guys. Me and Dustin decided to come down and smallie fish today at Flat Rock River. We haven't been able to go smallie fishing in probably about a month and a half. We do live here in Indiana. Not sure if you guys know or not, we've had here 2 to 3 weeks ago, we had 2 weeks of nothing but straight rain, crappy weather. We actually, in that time, we found a break in the weather. Me and Dustin, my uncle, and my 2 other cousins went flying that day. And me and Dustin flew over this exact same river, and it was literally all the way across the top of the dam. There was no overflow going on, so we had a lot of rain. It's been about 3 weeks, going on 4 weeks now, since the rain that we've had. This whole week, last night, there were some spotty showers we had, nothing to really make a difference. But the water level is definitely down today, so we're going to do some smallie fishing. I'm going to try to do absolutely the best I can with the audio. I'm not sure how it's going to go because we're fishing right by an overflow. So I'm going to go over a few things with you guys as to what I'm going to be using today and the reason why I'm using it. I'm going to kind of keep this short, sweet. I'm standing under a bridge as well, so the audio, you'll probably be hearing this quite a bit. So the first thing I'm going to be starting with, I just bought these today. I've used these once before. My cousin Danny, the one that was fishing with us yesterday, let me use one of these, and they work extremely well. This is the new TRD Craws. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And this is in green pumpkin. Now, when it comes to soft plastic for smallies, I like to tend to stay with more natural colors. I know some people like to throw some flake in there. Now, if I'm throwing like a swim bait, then yeah, I'll probably throw a swim bait that's got flecks in it, silver flecks to represent shad. Hang on, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. So I tend to stick with green pumpkin. The reason why I do this, smallies are pretty much only feeding on crawls and bait fish and nothing else. I mean, obviously largemouth bass, catfish, they do the same thing, but I've used fleck and baits before and they just do not perform as well as whole, just straight basic, kind of a drab color, I guess, if I pronounce that right. So green pumpkin is that color. I'm going to pull one out so you guys can see this. And these things, I'm thoroughly impressed with these things. See if you guys can see these. And they look extremely well in the water. So that's it, TRD Craws. I'm actually going to be throwing this on some sheep heads. This is Flat Rock River. We get snagged a lot, so I cannot justify throwing, you know, a 5-pack of Ned heads, the real Z-Man Ned heads, and getting them snagged and maybe every 10 casts losing one. So I've actually got 1/8 ounce, really cheap, just plain and simple jig heads. I don't have a lot of confidence in them because they're silver heads with kind of a goldish hook. I mean, honestly, if you're using something like this, I think this presentation right here is actually going to distract the bass from, you know, seeing the hooks and the line and so on and so forth. Sorry, my cousin Danny calling me. So, the setup I'm using, this is a Fluger Summit 30 size reel. I do like throwing smaller reels. Number one, it cuts down on weight for smallies. Number two, it makes the fight that much more fun. And I'm throwing this on 6-pound mono. And a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, well, why ain't you throwing fluorocarbon or fluorocarbon leader with braid? I'll probably make another video on that, but today I'm just trying to keep it sweet and short. So this is, when I bought this brand new, it was a 7-foot medium spinning rod. I didn't break the tip off of it. Actually, maybe I did. Yes, yeah, the tip did break off of this one. It only broke it off about 2 inches, and I did replace it with a Fuji line guide, or an eye. It's got the Fuji, I guess, ceramic inserts. Didn't take down sensitivity. I don't notice much difference in it, but now it's about a 610. It's medium spinning, and I mean, I plan on going to better rods, but I try to get the most use out of everything. I'm a very conservative person when it comes to, you know, I'm not going to throw all my rods away to go buy brand new $150 spinning rods. So that's it for that. So the second thing I'm going to be throwing, and this is a Rapala, however you guys pronounce it, Shadow Rap 11. My wonderful uncle actually gave me this. I was going to buy one, but I couldn't justify, I think, the $10 at Walmart. And I couldn't justify I'm not a big jerkbait fisherman unless it comes to, you know, smallie fish and stuff like that. So this is a slow sinking. I have tested out. I have caught smallies at other rivers other than Flat Rock today. So we're using this today. And this is going to be on a 7-foot medium heavy Berkeley shock rod. Any of the manufacturers that I guess you could say promote, I guess whatever, in this video, I'm not sponsored by any of these guys. I'm doing this for fun. This is just what I do. These are $40 rods, and they are extremely comfortable and they're extremely sensitive. They are produced for, mostly manufactured for super lines, but I kind of don't really pay attention to any of that. They work extremely well. Now I've actually got a Quantum Pulse. This has got 5+1 bearings in it, and this reel is $40. It's an $80 setup. And this is probably one of my best. I've got a $160 Quantum Vapor reel and a $140 Quantum Vapor reel with, I think that one has 9 bearings in it plus 1. Does not hold a candle to this reel at all. I'm very impressed with this reel. This is a Quantum Pulse 6, I'll say it's a 6.6 to 1. So now I'm running this with 16-pound Gazuri fluorocarbon. I've used Berkeley Vanish, I've used Spider Wire fluorocarbon. The Gazuri is cheap stuff. Oh, Seagar's another one of my favorites as well. But this is Gazuri line. I've had extremely good luck on this line. But that spinnerbait, I'm not going to be using that. But that's it for that setup, and I will see you guys at the water. Like Dustin's already got him one. You got one, Dustin? That's a decent little smallie. There's Danny. Nice black spots on him. Pretty fish. Alright guys, I'm going to start out with shad wrap, or the shadow wrap. See what we can get here. Do what? Yep. Got mud all over my rod. On there. Oh, hit it right at the bank. He's tiny. I think the bait's bigger than he is. How cute. Easy, little guy. That is awesome. Check that out. Oh, 3 to 1. Dustin's killing it. I've caught some pretty good sized smallmouth out of here. Biggest one being about 3.5 pounds. And that was on actually a chrome trap. I may end up switching to one of those today with how murky this water is. I don't normally fish down here when it's this murky. Alright guys, I switched to the TRD Craws and Green Pumpkin. That's the jig head I was talking about. Now, I would much rather be using a Ned rig, but for $5 a pack and as many as you can lose here, I'm not going to take the chance. Kind of just gonna swim it back and see what happens. You get snagged a lot less just by kind of popping it all the way back to you. Watch out for snakes around here. I was here a couple of years ago and there was like, in all these trees right here, there was about 8 garter snakes laying up in these trees. Kind of a cool scene. Oh, that's a smallie. Or well, I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. I couldn't tell if that was a smallmouth or not. Oh gosh, drag's a little tight. Beautiful smallmouth. Got some food in there. He's got kind of a pudgy belly. Oh, there's another one. Now the drag's too loose. Nah, he's a little guy, I think. Yep. Well, with as cheap as these jig heads are, I mean, that was a loose drag and it still penetrated good. Do what? Third. I got 3 now, yep. I'm not going to be making assumptions on these jig heads just yet until the day's done with. Let's just see how they do. I may end up actually going to get some more. Bought 2 packs. I think I got 20 of them. That's much better. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a spot. Kind of a chunky spot. Do what? Spot it. Feel his tongue. If his tongue's rough, it's not rough. That might be a largemouth then, because there are crappie in here too. That might be a largemouth. All right, guys, I'm back. After a snag, 2 falls, and a retie, we're gonna try to go after this again. I'm just gonna hang it up. I don't even care. There's one. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good smallie. Let me grab him. Come here, you little stud. He's got us all tangled up. Now, oh, yeah, he wrapped around my legs. Right there, he's back out there. Well, he's got some energy now. There we go. That's a good one. Oh, 1.5 pounds. Yeah, pushing it. They smell like crawls or shad. Can't tell. About time, young one. 4. I'm throwing on a chrome trap. Now this thing has definitely got some use. One of my biggest smallies have come off of this one here. I know it's a pretty good sized trap. Unfortunately, I had one earlier this year die because she engulfed it so much. Both treble hooks, one was down her throat, the second one was in the front. I just could not get it out in time. She was about 3 pounds. There's one. Even the small ones go after the big baits. Yeah. If the water level is lowered, there's actually a flat rock out there you can stand on and stay out of those trees. Get out of his way. Oh my gosh, these shoes used to have good grip. There's one. Oh, that's a better one. Hey Dustin, number 7. There's another one. Hey. All right, that's a wrap for today. Very successful day. I was a little weary of the water clarity when we got down there. It's usually a lot more clear. I mean, we're talking probably 2-foot visibility down there today. It was maybe 6 inches. So I was kind of nervous about using what I was going to use. So the first thing you guys seen, I had the Shadow Wrap 11 on, and in a clip of this video, there was one that came up and hit it at the bank. I don't know if you followed it up or what. So Dustin was actually catching them on a Ned rig. So this is an actual, the whole setup. This is the shroom head. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is the 10th ounce. Yep. This is the 10th ounce Ned rig with the actual TRD and green pumpkin. And he had already had, I think, 3 fish before I even had one. So he was using that. That kind of told me, it's like, okay, the bass might be actually moved down in the bottom trying to stay cooler. Smallies, of course, are a cold water fish. They love the current. As you can tell where I was fishing at, or where we were fishing at, there's a lot of current running through. I don't know how the audio is going to turn out on this. It's going to be a little curious about it. So after that, I decided to switch to the TRD Craws. Now this bait, I was very impressed with how this thing looks. So these crawls, or the claws here, actually when it's sitting there, these claws actually stand up. And if you guys didn't get it in the first video, Dustin was actually using the Ned rig head, and then I was using this cheap one. I seem to get a lot less snagged with this one. So think I got away with losing one. So the next thing, started catching fish on that. I'm like, okay, so they're probably lower water column. So I ended up tying on a rattle trap. This is a chrome. I think it's a Cordell, something like that. So that's what I was using. You can tell in the video, this thing performed extremely well. So that's it. I'm wrapping it up for today. I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload this or anything like that, but we'll see you guys next time on Triple F Ranch.